It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Dolphins and the Colts, and it's all up next.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
On 1st and 10, Jarrett. Another catch there for Waddle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Looking to throw. Jarrett. Touchdown, Dolphins! Trey McBride with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Firing quickly, puts it on the carpet, it's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Richardson. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And he was looking for Jalen Waddle there. And that'll bring up second down. You look at this Colt defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
To throw on third down, Jarrett. That is caught. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins hit 11-3 on the year. And they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Again, it's Achane. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is.
Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 40 yards. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 59 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Richardson to the air on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Richardson looking to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Jarrett. A short one here, caught by McBride. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. A give, running right, Achane. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 69 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Jarrett. His throw incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Jarrett. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many.
And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And the Colts getting ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On first down, Jarrett. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he works free. Still going. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On first down, Richardson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Miles Murphy in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Jarrett. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Off the play fake. Jarrett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Off play action. Jarrett. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
2nd down and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to throw. Jarrett. And that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, Jarrett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll give this to Achane. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Throwing on first down. Jarrett. They set up the screen. Achane has it. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw caught by Achane. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Patterson's kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson looking to throw this. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And this one is right through. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And running with power here. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Kyler Murray, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one all tied. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here is Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now an option play on second down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. Richardson out of the shotgun.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now Richardson.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Ready. To throw on second down.
Jarrett. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Looking to throw.
Jarrett.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And taken right at the 35. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The drive starts with a run from Achane.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
First down, Miami.
On 1st and 10, Jarrett looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the option left, Richardson.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
At the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Back to throw. Richardson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now, and it's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jarrett.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Jarrett.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. The toss here completed to Pittman.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. And going right back to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts first down as the tackle made up near the 35.
And the Colts first down.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Richardson looking to throw. Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They go play action with Richardson.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Buying time to his left.
Richardson hit and he fumbles it.
And this is picked up. There he goes, right side.
He's to the 15.
And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
At the 37-yard line.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Well, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A throw over the middle taken in.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now it's Richardson.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Achane to start the drive.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
A give left side. Here's Achane. He's got it to the 43 here.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
And the Dolphin 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Jarrett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Dolphins' 35-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Again, it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we've got the Seahawks' sure-handed wide receiver. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Seahawks and the Niners, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has,
season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
A first down run, good for about 2nd and 7 coming up.
You look at this Niner defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Tyler.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Able to avoid him. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Walker on first down.
Oh, he faked it with a jump. Now he's got some room. And past the 35, where he dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 109 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
And he's got the hook up to McLeod. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
On first down, Tyler. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Tyler. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level.
That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Stays on his feet. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback up running.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
There's a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The Niners at 8-6 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by the crowd. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
At the Seahawks 6-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They throw right away. That's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Number 11, Jackson Smith and Jigba. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Looking to throw. Tyler, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
They'll try the left side. Stringer. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Tyler. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the 49ers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win.
And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Pass incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam, because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And his kick is gone. And they will move on by 10 now, 17-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away, as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Tyler. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Throwing on first down. Tyler, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll look to throw now on first down. A quick throw, but incomplete.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, Tyler. And that is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The second down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Well, San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, Parker. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Third down and 7.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Tyler.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Tyler. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, early they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
On the Seahawks 16-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle.
Well, the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
drop to throw. Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The extra point try now for Moody. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw on 3rd down. Tyler. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing on 1st down. Tyler. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Complete on the quick throw to Moore.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throw left side complete to McLeod. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down in the yard.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Patrick Mahomes, a touchdown pass in that first half. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Bears locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Ready?
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker.
Skirts, evades the tackler, and now some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And going right back to Walker.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
121 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A give for Walker running right.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll bring a tight end in motion.
Here's Walker.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, Tyler. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba.
On first down, Stringer. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Looking to throw on second down. Tyler throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He's got the connection to Moore.
And he gets it down to the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Seahawks 32-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. They're able to complete this one to McLeod. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's McLeod. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Back to throw again.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Niners are pouring it on. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 2nd down, Tyler.
It completes it once more to Anderson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Seahawks.
Operating from the gun. Tyler underneath, caught by Anderson, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking to throw on second down. Tyler. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Back to throw. Tyler.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Looking to throw. Tyler. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Back to throw. Tyler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
5 yards on.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Tyler. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down, Seattle.
On 1st and 10. Tyler. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And the Seahawks first down.
On 1st down, Tyler. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing again, Tyler. That's caught right side by Anderson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. Tyler.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up, 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 158 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
And just as he was being tackled there, you hit me on the shoulder because you know as well as I do what just happened. He just passed 17,000 career rushing yards.
And what that means is something that he talked to us about prior to this game. So he's now within shouting distance. He can actually start thinking a little bit about potentially chasing down Emmitt Smith's all-time record of over 18,000 yards.
That's crazy. He is firmly in the number 2 spot with eyes on number 1.
On the counter, it's Walker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down. Tyler. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
And this returnable for Hill.
Nifty move.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Walker. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Kalijah Cansey in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 32-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Green. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
The Niners on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Looking to throw on second down. Tyler.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
To throw again, Tyler. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Looking to throw. Tyler. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, here's Walker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the 49ers, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's Madden NFL 24, and our focus is on Kyle Pitts. He's over 1,100 yards receiving so far and looking for more. It's the Falcons and the Commanders, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. Take this all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Mays.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Mays. He finds his man. Complete. It's man. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Mays.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book.
He's got daylight. It's a foot race.
He's on his way. Chase Claypool.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Chase Claypool.
A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle.
Wilkerson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. second down now. Wilkerson, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mays, and he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off the play fake, Mays. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 81 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
On 2nd down, Wilkerson. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aleem McNeil. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
Well, they're hoping to do it consistently here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. This one into the hands of Pitts.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
As Stroud now to throw.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
Mitchell is going backwards here, all the way back to the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
It's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yep.
Touchdown, Falcons! Chase Claypool doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Falcons add 6 to their lead. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Washington offense going back to work.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some